Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching about common multiples. It's your homework from Unit 7, Lesson 17 this week, and I thought I'd go over it with you. If you were getting stuck on it, here's some explanation. So we're looking at common multiples, numbers that have something in common, and it's looking to find numbers that go into the same number. They multiply to get the same number. So for example, let's look at the first one. Circle all the multiples of 4 in this list. So starting with 4, I know that's a multiple. So I'll highlight that one and bold it. And then it's like a number line, an open number line. So then I'll jump 4 more because I know that's a multiple of 4. And I'll highlight the 8 and do that, and so forth. And I'll count 4 more. Go ahead and stop the video, and I finished underlining and highlighting multiples of 4. So you can see that I jumped 4 more to 8, 4 more to 12, then to 16, 20, and 24. Okay, now they're asking you to do the same thing with the number 6. Circle all of the multiples in 6 of the number 6. So I'll start with 6. Okay, highlight the 6, and then I'll go 6 more. And I know 6 plus 6 is 12, so I'll go to the 12. And 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 6 times 3 is 18. I'll go to that number. And 6 times 4, hopefully you all know that it's 24. So now I'm looking at these two numbers. Here's all the multiples of 4, and here are all the multiples of 6, only up until the number 26. We could keep going forever. And it's asking you, what do you notice and what do you wonder? One of the things that it's hoping that you'll notice, because we're not in a classroom setting, I can't ask you to raise your hand when we're not Zooming, so I'll tell you, is that they're looking for you to notice numbers they have in common. Therefore, they're using the word common multiples. So in the numbers of 6 and 4, you will see that they have the number 12 in common. Okay, they have the number 24 in common. They don't have the number 18 and or 20 in common, because 18 is a multiple of 6, but not a multiple of 4. 20 is a multiple of 4, but not a multiple of 6. So it can only be in common if they both share that number. Okay. Okay. So the next question is, a florist can order roses in bunches of 12 and lilies in bunches of 8. Last month she ordered the same number of roses and lilies. Okay, so we have somebody who's ordering flowers, and she orders the same number of flowers, but she can only order them in these bunches. So the question is, if she ordered no more than 100 of each kind of flower, how many bunches of each could she have ordered? Find all of the possible combinations. So honestly, I can't stand questions like this. They're really tricky on your mind. So what I want to tell you to that is you're going to always have a lot of questions like this in your math experiences, especially as you go into junior and high school. And what I suggest is you find out, what are they asking me to do? And that's where the 3 reads, remember we talked about 3 reads this year a lot, is to read it 3 times. Okay, read it again and ask, what is it asking me to do? And read it again and pick out the verbs that they're asking you to do, and what exactly it is that they're asking you to do. And that's hard to do on the first read. So my suggestion is always the 3 reads. Okay, so let's read it again. A florist can order roses in bunches of 12 and lilies in bunches of 8. Last month she ordered the same number of roses and lilies. Okay, she ordered the same number. So that means those numbers have to be the same. What is it they're asking me to do? So I'll actually share with you, I decided to draw it out because, as you know, when I teach math, I always make things visual because that's how my brain learns, but your brain might learn differently, and that's okay. So I drew it out, and I drew out, okay, there's 12, oh, you can't see. Roses come in bunches of 12. Lilies come in groups of 8. And so for me, if I can see that down on paper, it helps me out a lot. And then when I did that, I realized, oh, okay, we're talking about common multiples. They're probably looking for me to lay out the multiples of the roses and the multiples of the lilies to see what they have in common, because they have to order the same amount. She ordered the same amount. So that's when I come into my third read and what are they asking me to do? Okay, I think, so I already have a notion in my head. I think they're going to be looking for common multiples because that's what this lesson is on. And she's ordering flowers and they have to be the same number. So let me read it again. A florist can order roses in bunches of 12 and lilies in bunches of 8. Last month, she ordered the same number of roses and lilies. If she ordered no more than 100 of each kind of flower, how many bunches of each could she have ordered? Find all the possible combinations. So what I did was I started with my roses, bunches of 12, and I did the same thing that I did up here when I found groups of 4s and multiples of 6s. So I'm going to start with 12. Okay, and then I'm going to jump 12 more. 12 plus 12 is 24. 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 36. Okay. And then we have 48. Plus 12 more is 60. Plus 12 more is 72. Plus 12 more is 84. And 12 more than that is 96. Oh, card backfired or something. So, anyway, these are all the multiples of 12. So now I see that, but I'm not going to go over 100 because she ordered no more than 100 kind of each flower. Okay, now I'm going to look at the multiples of 8. And if you know your multiplication tables, which you should all know, you know that they are 8, 16, 24, 32, 48, 8 times, oh, I skipped 40. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 times 8, 64. 8 times 9, 72. 8 times 10 is 80. 8 times 11 is 88. And 8 times 12 is 96. So now that I'm looking at these are the multiples of 8, because that's the lilies that she has, and these are the multiples of 12s, because it's the roses, the bunches of roses. Then I just find my common multiples, okay, because she ordered the same amount, the same number. And I see that 12, nope, 24. They both have 24. Okay. That is a common multiple. Okay. How many of those could she order? I think she could order 2 groups of roses, 3 bunches of lilies. Okay. That would be 24 and 24, 48, 68, 672. Yeah. Yes. So if she ordered 2 groups, So now you see what I'm doing. I'm finding the common multiples. We could order 24 flowers of each. Okay, up until 100. 48 is also a common multiple. So I'm going to highlight that. They have it in common. Therefore, it is a common multiple. I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to underline it. Okay, are there other numbers here that are common multiples? 60? Nope. 72? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that because they both are multiples of 72. And I know that I can order the same amount because that's what they're asking me to do. Okay, she ordered the same number of roses and lilies. Okay, 84, not a common multiple. 96. All right, I can see now that that is a common multiple. So I'm going to highlight and underline that. Okay, so looking at the numbers that they have in common, say I start with 24. Take it off. Bold and underline. I can order groups of 24, and for roses that would be 2 groups of roses, and that would be 1, you can't see me pointing, 1, 2, 3 groups of lilies, and that would be 24. So it fits the bill for, it's not more than 100 of each kind of flower, and it's the same amount. I can also say the same with the number 48, okay, because it's not more than 100 of each kind of flower, and we could order the same amount of both, okay. So 48 would be 4 groups of roses, and 6 groups of lilies. So you can see right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of lilies. Okay, and 72 would be 6 groups of roses. Oops. And 9 groups of lilies. Okay, 96. I'm going quicker right now because I only have 15 minutes and I have 1 left to get through this lesson. Would be 8 groups of roses and 12 of lilies. Okay, so just finding common factors. The smallest group of roses that she could order, okay, the smallest group that she could order would be this group. So I could just Command C, copy, put it here for my answer, Command paste, because that's the smallest group, 24. Okay, and then that would be 2 groups of roses and 3 groups of lilies. All right, what do you think the term least common multiple means? We talked about this in our Zoom meeting. Least meaning smallest, common meaning what do they have the same? Okay, and multiple. Multiples are increments of a number. Okay, so I think all of you understood this. We went over it a couple times. We watched a Khan Academy video together. This will be your assignment this week. Hopefully you can get this done, or at least watch this and understand it. This is something you will be using in junior high and high school. Have a good day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed my math lesson. I'll send more soon.